we're looking to recreate the kind of natural forms that have evolved in local architecture in the last few hundred years. And we love the little corners and quirks that you find in agricultural architecture, where things have grown incrementally, roofs have joined at funny angles, bits have been added here and there, and it's that lovely cluster of different forms that join together that we think creates the interest and the kind of joy of it. First house is designed to be as an entrance to the site, so it's almost like an old lodge house. It generates the start of a wall which runs all the way from the first house deep into the site, all the way from house 1 to house 6, so that all the houses in the site are organised around that wall, whether they're one side of the road of it or directly joined to it. So the materials are as solid and traditional as we can make them. The clients have a big part to play in the discussion about materials as well. And stone was chosen fairly early on in the design process as being the highest quality, most local, most long-lasting material that we could source. You can't get a better stone to build with, a better material to build with than stone. We've known that since the Egyptians were building 7,000 years ago. So it is going to be a very solid, very long-lasting development with very high-quality natural materials. But we always start by making the houses as heat-proof as possible. In other words, the insulation of the walls, the roof, and the floors are always, in our schemes, improved from what the building regulations require. So the walls themselves don't let heat out of the house. That means that for as long as the houses last, they will need less heat generation inside the house. So there are two things to balance when we're talking about energy use in a building, and heat being the biggest energy demand in a building. The less heat we require to be generated, the less energy we need. So the first thing to do is to reduce the amount of heat that we need to generate. So we do that in the fabric of the building by increasing the insulation and making it more heat-proof. The second way, obviously, is to generate heat that we do need, the energy in the most efficient way possible. They have to be able to offer these houses and the people who live in them long-lasting, reliable heat, which we know is going to function for the next 20-25 years. That's another measure we're looking at. We put the photovoltaics on the roofscape. They generate some of the electricity needed in the house, and in some instances you can get to the balance where that PV actually generates enough heat to counterbalance the installation of electric heating in the house, which is obviously a very reliable, very quick reactive way of heating a house. It's been seen as unsustainable for many years because of the amount of energy it uses, but if you can generate that energy or some of that energy on site, then that balance comes more in favour of using a PV installation.